Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Okay guys, I don't normally do videos about like shard pool events anymore because they're just so frequent that it's insane. But I do need to do one about this one. This will be a Kraken spend off for what's coming through in a few days time. So it's actually on Thursday. I guess that's in line with, it's tomorrow, yeah. It's in line with the Community Weeks event. So they've actually got like their trivia, like I guess it's a live stream or a live video. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it, but they got their trivia released tomorrow. It's not a live stream because it's not live. But anyway, they're releasing a video on their trivia thing tomorrow. And I guess this is kind of like in a support of that or as like an additional event. So let's go through the different champions in the mix. It's specifically the Unity ones where I think they're just going to drive cash through the door. So let's go in. First one in the mix here from Void Legendary point of view. So we've got actually one of my, on my kind of like high want list, beautiful Cardiel. Such a cool design. This is one of my favorite designs in Raid. Anyway, he's got this healing going on in his A1, plus the ability to put out True Fear to certain factions. He's got a full cleanse for your team, block debuffs and revive on death. The revive on death cannot be cleared away on the A2. And then the A3 is an ally attack with juicy buffs, crit rate and crit damage. The whole team go in the mix. And he decreases the cooldown of this skill by an additional turn if they actually kill the enemy. Really, really strong. It's probably not as, I'd say, as like meta as he used to be, but he's still so damn good. Yeah, one of the best Void Legendaries in the game. And it basically get less damage from certain factions as well. So he was built to be an arena champion, but just turns out he's really good in tons of content. So we've got Cardiel in the mix. We've also got Taras in the mix. You know, still one of the combo, the Taras Marishka combo. Again, not used as much as they used to be because of mythical champs, but still insanely strong. And not just strong in arena, also really strong in most content in the game. This guy is kind of like, by the way, really cool, really cool idol breaker here. It's kind of like Seer, but imagine Seer, but you don't lose your buffs. So he attacks everyone with an HP-based damage attack. He gets more damage for each buff on your allies, and then he increases the buffs as well. It's a crazy damage hit, the Taras smack. And when he pairs up with, you know, Marishka as well, it gets ridiculous because she's reviving him. He's putting fears out all over the place. He's boosting his attack. Like there's so much in his kit that is just bonkers, honestly. So Taras still up there as one of the best Void Legos as well. The third one is Turvold. I think Turvold is probably out of the mix for being in that sort of chat now, so we'll skip him. For the Unity champs, we've got Dune Lord Greggor, who is particularly good, I would say, anyway. You need a good faction for these Unity champs to be like really high value. So, you know, you need people that are going to synergize with them so you get their benefits. Dune Lord basically gets buff for your team, decreases the cooldown of all ally skills except this champion's by a turn on this skill, gives a turn meter fill, and activates instant turn on the champ with the highest crit damage. Crazy if you've got 3 faction allies going off. Also, for his passive here, when attacked, 20% chance to provoke. If he's got one more person, allies deal 25% more damage to enemies under stun, which is kind of the big one in this faction. And then allies ignore resistance when applying stun. And then when counterattacking, instant effects and debuffs placed by ally skills cannot be resisted or blocked. So those two things together are pretty mad if you've got Armand's in the mix. Obviously with his AoE stun and turn me to steel and stuff. So it just means that he's less likely to be resisted and for those effects to not take effect. The rest of the faction, though, is not crazy good, depending on who you've got, I guess. So, you know, Thor's a big hitter in here. I guess Odin now. If you've got Odin, he's massive. Yeah, I guess it depends who you've got. But you really need the right champions alongside these Unity guys to get the full benefit. Next one in the mix here is he Bannerlord? Or is he Sacred Order? Yeah, Bannerlord. So with Acelin, the Stalwarts. I think this guy is pretty damn strong, but perhaps not as mental as the other ones. Lots of protection. Makes your team extremely tanky and hard to kill. So he's in the mix. We've got Falmond. Which one is Falmond? I think he's in here. Where's the Unity guy in here? Oh, no, this is Fyna. Fyna. Oh, yeah, Fyna is the one. This is the one that people are going to be wailing out for. So Fyna is up there as probably maybe one of the best, if not the best, champ in the game to activate crazy stuff in Chimera. And I think I've got a screenshot, actually, of a team that I wanted to show you guys. I don't know where it is. Anyway, Fyna is up there activating so much stuff. So what we've got going on, 50% chance of increasing the cooldown of a random skill on a target. When counter-attacking with this skill, team up with a random ally. The ally joining the attack will use their default skill. So you've got this kind of like little bit of a synergistic ally attack. We then got block debuffs, block damage, and counter-attack on an ally for 2 turns. Again, just like starting to activate some trial stuff. If the target of this skill is not this champion, resets the cooldown of all of the target skills. So go in with a full, clean slate. And obviously good buffs. We've also got, for the sort of Unity stuff, increased attack, increased crit rate, and increased crit damage on a 3-turn, goes on for 2 turns. Grants an extra turn to the champ. Before placing buffs, removes any debuffs. Buffs placed by this skill cannot be removed. So, really important in Chimera for protecting your buffs. And then we've got, whenever a buff is placed on an ally, fills their turn meter. So she's kind of doing like, I mean, this is on a 3-turn, but books to 2-turn, or not books, a faction ally makes it 2-turn. You're basically keeping this up all the time, and they're protected, right? So every 2 turns, you're filling your whole team's turn meter by 9%. And you've got this one here as well, which, although it's on a 3-turn, it's kind of on a 2-turn as well because of this extra turn mechanic, right? So it's kind of bonkers how much turn meter you're pushing into your team. Allies deal 25% more damage when attacking out of their turn. So that's pretty much when they've got this counter attack up. Whenever a buff is removed or stolen from an ally, so removed or stolen, or when it expires, they get a turn meter fill. So that's like, these drop off. By the way, we're giving you 30% more turn meter. There's so much turn meter going on here. It's crazy. And then allies ignore defense as well. And then she's got speed and everything as well. She's like top tier for pushing turn meter. And Chimera fight is really a turn meter push fight. So yeah, just absolutely mental. So the last one then is Falmond. I just can never remember where this guy is. Falmond, here he is. Okay, so this guy is a Sacred Order guy. I think this guy is kind of mid when it comes to this type of stuff. Feels turn meter when yeah. So this guy, I mean, again, depends on who you've got in the faction and whether you think they're going to be solid. Certainly for faction wars hard, any of these Unity guys are going to be bonkers. But yeah, I think the whales and the krakens are going to be fishing for a bit of Fyna when it comes to tomorrow. So there you go, guys. Quick one from me. I will see you in the next one.